Passages are reusable pieces of content that can be inserted into one or more items. Also known as stimuli, they help set the context for a question or a series of questions. When used across multiple items, they are often referred to as a shared stimulus. Passages typically consist of text but may also include illustrations, and are commonly used in reading assessments. This demo will explain how to create a passage in the passage editor, how to create one as an XML file, how to reference a passage across multiple items, and how to associate multiple related questions with a single passage within the same item. Passages are created and stored in the asset library prior to adding them to an item. A passage editor is available in which passages can be created. The passage editor includes a rich text toolbar that allows you to format passage content easily. When a passage is edited or updated in the asset library, all items referencing that passage will automatically be modified to reflect those changes. When creating an XML file outside of the passage editor, refer to the user guide for an XML template to ensure the correct format for passages. Once you have added content to the XML file in a text editor, compress the XML file and import it into the asset library. From the Assets interface, select Import. Select Shared Stimulus, then browse your computer for the zip file containing the passage. Select Import. The import process occurs in the background. You can view the progress in the top right corner. You can check for a successful import either by clicking the notification in the task queue, or by refreshing and browsing the asset library. You can also apply a CSS stylesheet to an XML file. The CSS stylesheet would need to be linked in the XML file. Make sure you use the exact name of the CSS file in your reference. To import a passage and a corresponding media file, in this case a CSS stylesheet, compress the files to create a zip file. From the Assets interface, select Import. Select Shared Stimulus, then browse your computer for the zip file containing the passage. Select Import. The import process occurs in the background. You can view the progress in the top right corner. You can check for a successful import either by refreshing and browsing the asset library, or by clicking the notification in the task queue. To add a passage to an item, drag a text block onto the canvas from the Inline Interactions menu on the left. Click on the floppy disk icon, named Shared Stimulus, to view the passages available for use. From the Asset Manager, browse the assets available in the asset library and choose one to include in your item. Click the green Select button. This uploads the passage into the text block. Once the passage is inserted in your item, you can drag and drop an interaction from the Interactions library either below or to the side of the passage. The typical layout for these types of items is to align the interaction or question to the right of the passage, creating a two-column layout. To adjust the height of the passage as it appears in your item, check the Enable Scrolling box, then select a percentage from the drop-down menu. To adjust the width, resize the column that contains the passage. Repeat this process for each item you want to reference the passage in. An alternative to creating multiple items referencing the same passage is to create one item with multiple interactions. Once the passage is inserted in your item, you can drag and drop interactions from the interactions library either below or to the side of the passage. Note that once a subsequent interaction is inserted into the item, it cannot be moved. To realign the interaction, you would need to delete and reinsert. You can also click the plus icons on the side or below the interactions or passage to view a menu of all interactions or elements you can add to the item. Check the Enable Scrolling box, then select a percentage from the drop-down menu to determine how the passage aligns with the interactions. Setting a lower percentage for block height can be helpful when displaying a single item with multiple interactions. When the height is set to a smaller percentage, the passage will include a scroll bar, allowing the test taker to scroll through the content without needing to scroll down the entire screen. To view the interaction as it would appear to a test taker, select Preview.